Good morning, guys. This is Krista. I decided to go ahead and do another YouTube video today. I'm just gonna show you a cookie recipe that I've been making for my girls and Lucas and everyone, and they love it. Elizabeth actually took them to school on Monday and took them to her choir friends, and they all loved them. So, healthy-ish cookies. I am recording from my laptop today, so we'll see how it goes. So I am also going to show you what supplements I take in the morning. I did light some candles this morning. This first one I got from TJ Maxx. It's just a small one. It's Maple Pecan Blondie, and it smells really good. This one goes on my table with some of my other decor, so I'm going to put that on my table real quick. That's a DW candle, which I love. They have some really unique scents. And then I often see them on one of my favorite YouTube channels, which is The Wads. And she loves DW candles as well. This next one actually is from Dollar General, and it smells really good. It's one of my favorites. Sometimes you get candles that aren't super fragrant. They smell good in the can, but when you light them, they don't smell good. This one smells really good. This one is Pumpkin Spice Latte. I don't know if you can see it. I didn't really like the jar too much, and it's hard to see on camera. But when I picked it up and smelt it, I'm like, I gotta get this. That's from Dollar General. And those are the only two I have going right now. I did have a Halloween one, but I burned that out already. And then I have one in the bathroom, which is like another pumpkin spice latte, similar to this, also from Dollar General, which is local to home. So I've already washed my hands. I have my apron on. It's a Christmas apron. It's the only one I have right now, but my mom and I and Riley went to Joann's. Riley is my 13-year-old daughter this weekend, and we picked out some super cute fabric to make a couple more. So my mom is making those for me. She's awesome. So we're going to go ahead and start making some cookies. I will show you what we need. I'm going to put my hair up. So I washed and dried my hair this morning while I let it dry on its own. As you can see, I have lots of crazy natural curls, waves, and this is how my hair dries. So I probably should find some type of natural-ish product that I can use to make it look a little curlier, because I really do like the curly look. I'm going to put it up real quick, and I apologize if you hear my dogs. They go in and out all day. So Lucas was feeling much better this morning. He got up on his own while I was in the shower to come find me and said, "Hi, Mama." Said, "I'm in the shower, buddy. You can go ahead and get dressed. You're going to go to school today." So he did. He came upstairs. I went downstairs to shower. He went in his room and he got himself all dressed, clean clothes, and even put his sweater on. And he was all excited to go back to school today. He did sleep kind of rough last night again, but not as bad as the night before, and he had no fever. So he was ready to go back to school today. And I was ready to go back to work today, but I didn't have to work today. So we're going to do this instead. I'm going to wash my hands again just because I touch my hair before we start making cookies. Alrighty, so something I like to use in this recipe, but I don't have today, is maple syrup. So we get maple syrup from our local Amish. They have a little stand right up the road, and we like to buy it in bulk, but I use the rest in the last cookie recipe. So the recipe that I'm using today, I've used several times. It is from, let me look, Life as a Strawberry, and I just searched chocolate chip cookies with coconut oil because it takes coconut oil, and they're so good. And I also add some flaxseed to put a little extra health in there. And you know what? I'm going to grab a couple eggs out of the fridge real quick. Yummy. It's my last 2 eggs. I'm going to have to get some more. So I don't know if any of you watched the video from yesterday. Like I said, I'm just doing this kind of for fun to see if it goes anywhere. If not, that's okay. It's not going to hurt me to record a video of myself making cookies. Yeah, after I dropped the girls and Lucas off at school today, I did run to town. I had to go to the bank. and I had to get gas, and I did stop at Starbucks and I got a coffee. So, grande pumpkin cream cold brew. This is so yummy. I don't think this is as good as last year. I feel like last year was a little bit more orange because they used a pumpkin puree. It's still good. I did make coffee at home this morning, but by the time I got done running, it was cold. So I picked up a cold brew. And hopefully one that lasts, because being on a limited budget, I really shouldn't spend so much money on Starbucks. So I'm going to set that aside and show you my ingredients. So I've been trying to use less sugar. So I picked this organic coconut sugar up, and I did put these in the last chocolate chip cookies that I made along with the maple syrup, and they were so good. So coconut sugar is way better for you than cane sugar. And I do try to use organic cane sugar if I use it, but this is still better for you. Flaxseed, I usually get organic flaxseed from Walmart, but they had it at Aldi, so I picked it up there last time. Sorry. I'd really like to invest in a doggy door, but that's kind of out of the question. We do have a fenced-in backyard. All right, so we need that. Obviously, coconut oil. I get this organic coconut oil from Costco. I love it. Chocolate chips. These are from Costco as well. Then I can't remember if it's baking powder. Oh, baking soda. So baking soda. I got the baking powder out too. I'm just going to set that aside. Vanilla, which the vanilla I have isn't the greatest kind right now, but I need to go to Costco to get the good organic stuff. And then salt. And then I just picked this up because I like organic flour better. So this is organic unbleached bread flour we're going to use today. So first off, I do need another bowl. I always do my dry ingredients first. It doesn't call for flaxseed in the recipe, but I like to put it in, like I said, for a little extra health benefits. Also, the eggs that I'm using are from a friend who has chickens, so they're way better than store-bought as well. Like I said, it's a healthy-ish recipe. Alright, so first I'm going to melt the coconut oil, and then I'll do my dry ingredients. Sometimes getting this coconut oil out of here is the bane of my existence, but it's okay. I did recently make homemade cinnamon rolls for the first time, and they turned out so good. I was super excited. I've never made them before, and it was actually really easy. I made those with a recipe from Sally's Baking Addiction, and they were so good. They only needed one long rise instead of multiple, so that worked out really well. So we need 3/4 cups-ish. I just use a 1 cup and kind of eyeball it every single time. I know this is bad, but I'm going to pop it in the microwave. Alrighty. But anyways, those cinnamon rolls were so good. And then I don't really like cream cheese frosting, so instead of cream cheese, I made my own icing, and it was like maple syrup, some powdered sugar, butter, and sometimes I just use regular water for instead of milk. And we use almond milk a lot because Lucas can't have regular milk unless it's like baked. But he's getting better. All right, let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use the coconut sugar in place of white sugar, but I'm still going to use brown sugar as well, which I am pretty low on, I believe. And there's my dog again. So let's quick do the dry ingredients. So 2.5 cups of flour. Thankfully, I have lots of measuring cups. 1. I do have like a container I put my flour in, but it doesn't have the organic flour in it, so I decided I wanted to use this instead. Once that one gets a little bit more empty, then I'm going to add this one to this. So 2.5. And then I always fill my half all the way full because I throw in 1/4 cup of flaxseed as well. All right, flour, 1/4 cup of flaxseed. That does give it a little color too, so they're not like look super light. Alright. And then let's see. 3/4 teaspoon of salt. I never measure salt, I just pour it in. And actually a little extra salt in this recipe is good because you can, it kind of sweet and salty go really well together. Alright, let's see. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I love this island. I was so thankful for when we did our house remodel that I can do everything right here on this island. It has outlets on both sides. That was something my husband said we definitely have to get. And it's been so worth our while. We use our little electric griddle here all the time. I always use my mixer here, and Lucas has plenty of room to stand with me. He'll just bring up a stool and wash his hands, put his little dinosaur apron on, and he cooks with me, and it's so much fun. Sometimes he's a little messy and crazy, but it's fun. I'm messy and crazy sometimes too, so it's okay. He actually has a field trip coming up, so mix all this dry stuff together, to the pumpkin patch, and the school asked me if I was able to go, and my church nurse just said, sure, I'll make it happen for you. So that is amazing. I'm so thankful because I wasn't originally supposed to work that day, which I need to message the school and let them know. Let me do that real quick before I forget. All right. Riley this morning got up and got ready for school really well, but after I dropped her off, like within 2 minutes, she called me and said, oh, I forgot my Chromebook. So I had to run home, pick it up off her bed, and take it back to her, then run to town. And I don't know who I'm texting. It was oh, right here. So I'm going to text her real quick. I do have some just like fun fall music in the black background on YouTube. Oh shoot, I closed my recipe. There we go. Alright, so the dry stuff is done. Now we're going to do all the cold stuff in my stand-up blender, which my mom gave to me several years ago, and I love it. It's wonderful. I only have one bowl for it that I bought from Meijer, and it was like 50% off. I think it's a ceramic white KitchenAid bowl. I love this thing. I got it for like 30 bucks. I'd really like to find another sale like that for another one because I use it so much, especially like at Thanksgiving, which I'm on call on Thanksgiving this year. So if anyone wants to, you know, take my call for me, I'd love you forever. Anyways, 3/4 cup of coconut oil. All right, that is here. I'm gonna put this in here. So I'm very kind of protective, I guess, when it comes to cooking with Lucas. I will not plug my mixer in until all the ingredients are in. It's closed and locked because I'm so afraid he's gonna like turn it on, even though he knows like not to, and he is really good about it. But I'm still paranoid, and I want to make sure he's safe. Don't want to lose any fingers. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna use the paddle for this. This works the best. I know people cook every day and bake every day and have probably made this recipe lots of times, but I'm just going to show you how I make it. All right, so oil, vanilla, 2 eggs, 3/4 cup of white sugar, and a 3/4 cup of brown sugar. So I'm actually going to just do a 1/2 cup of each because nobody needs that much sugar in their lives. Says a girl who's chubby. So I'm going to do a 1/2 cup with this coconut oil. I have no idea how well this video will turn out being from my computer, so bear with me if it's messy. 3/4 cup. So I'm going to kind of like how you normally cream like the sugar and butter, I'm going to kind of cream it with the coconut oil. Be right back. I'm going to grab brown sugar. And let the dogs in. It's so funny to think that they sit home all day by themselves and just chill. And when I'm home, they have to go outside every 5 minutes. All right, so I am almost out of brown sugar. Definitely have to put that in my grocery list. And I have to get, oh my gosh, Lucas was so cute this morning. I was getting dressed in my bedroom, and he came and he like knocked on the door. He's like, "Mommy?" I'm like, "Yeah, buddy, I'm getting dressed." And he just kind of peeks in and he goes, "Can you make goulash for dinner?" And I was like, "Sure, I have everything for it." He's like, "Okay, thank you." And it was this is the cutest little thing. And I was like, "What made you think of goulash?" And he says, "Well, I could smell something and it smelled like goulash and I want goulash." I'm like, "Okay, whatever," but I didn't say whatever, but I thought that was so precious. All right, so I might actually just supplement. So sometimes that's what you do when you're baking, supplement with what you have. Since I don't have a full half a cup of brown sugar and I added that flaxseed, I don't want my cookies to be too dry. So I'm gonna just, instead of not using a full half a cup of brown sugar, I'm just gonna use a little bit more coconut sugar to supplement. And it tastes great in cookies. I also made something else. What else did I make with the cocoa? Oh, I made homemade hot chocolate. And, oh, good. I get to go on the field trip. Yay. So I made homemade hot chocolate mix, which I've never made before. But if you've ever read the ingredients in hot chocolate mix, there's so much garbage in there and it's gross. That being said, no, my diet's not the best, but I'm really working on trying to get more organic, healthy stuff for my kids. But it's a work in progress. All right, so I'm going to turn my mixer on, make sure it's plugged in. I did plug it in today because I don't have Lucas here with me. And then I'm just going to start creaming that and then add my eggs. So they're small eggs, but it should be fine. One thing I really want to master is cracking an egg with one hand. And I'm sort of there. Let's see if I can do it without. But like farm raised eggs are a little bit stiffer. Look at, I did it. Whoop, whoop. Now if I tried with my left, it probably would work. But anyways, so fresh eggs from like a local seller are a little bit more difficult to crack. They're, you know, they're healthier, they're sturdier. That shell has more calcium in it. So that's all creamed together. I'm gonna add one egg at a time. And I always try to make sure I crack my eggs into a different surface, like bowl or something, usually a measuring cup that I've used already. So I use this for the coconut oil, poured it in, and then I just crack my eggs in there because I don't want to crack it directly into the bowl and accidentally have a shell in there. I'm going to wash my hands real quick. Also, I'm going to preheat my oven to 375. I always used to think it was 350 for these cookies, but these ones are a little different than 375. So preheat 375. All set. So I never ever measure my vanilla either, so I'm just going to pour some vanilla in. My hubby is so sweet. I showed him that I have this kind of like cheap vanilla, and actually this is the rest of it, thank goodness. And he bought me the good vanilla the last time we went to the grocery store. But I love to get the big bottle of Kirkland brand organic vanilla from Costco. But honestly, I haven't been to Costco in several months, and my membership is expired because I've been so broke. I haven't renewed it. Hopefully I will before Christmas so I can do a little Christmas shopping and get a little bit of groceries there because it is expensive to buy from there, but you're buying in bulk and in the long run you are saving money. But typically I can't leave that store without spending $500, so you really have to make sure you have the funds before going there. All right, let's see what we have. So we have coconut oil, vanilla extract, eggs, white sugar, brown sugar. Okay, so now once this is mixed, I'm going to incorporate my dry mix into my wet mix. This is usually the messiest part. And it wasn't too bad today. I got a little flour inside, but that's okay. So it looks really thick at first. Oh, there's a little more I missed. Oh well, I'll clean it up. It looks really thick. It almost looks like a pastry, but as you let it mix, it will get better. And then once you add the chocolate chips in, it's better as well. So it does call for a heaping cup of chocolate chips, but I just put a leveled off scoop usually, or maybe even a little less. I really like to make like monster cookies, but I haven't made them in quite some time because they call for M&Ms, and M&Ms have artificial colors. We do not give Lucas any artificial colors as much as we can. And even his school knows that he can't have artificial colors. Not that he's allergic, but he's very sensitive to them. So any artificial colors will make him ornery, moody, and other things in his diet as well. We try to limit stuff like high fructose corn syrup as well. It's a journey that we're following. That's why we really like the organic, and Aldi has a lot of organic groceries, but not everything. I always pack his snack, and sometimes he wants what the other kids are having, so he'll eat what they have at school, but his teacher does know he can't have artificial colors as well. Alright, so I'm going to, I know you can't see this, but it does like a kind of look like a pastry. It's actually a little bit more flakier than usual too, so I might have to add some type of liquid. I don't know if it's because I added that flaxseed, but I've done that before, so every time is different, but usually these turn out super duper duper yummy. And I usually add the maple syrup too, and that's usually just a splash, so that could be, but you know what I could add? I'm going to add some honey. Alright, so again, from Costco, Kirtland, Michigan raw, unfiltered honey. Good stuff. Lots of health benefits in this. So, you know, Lucas has been sick for the last 2 days. I'm just going to squirt a bunch in there. And I've been making him smoothies. So I use frozen fruit from Aldi. And then I use some yogurt, some water. And then I've also been adding the last couple days some, probably a half a tablespoon of honey, and then also some cinnamon, because I know cinnamon has health benefits too. I don't know exactly what they are, but I know that they're good. So he's also been taking his vitamins every day, which have fish oil, fiber, and all the major vitamins in it. He really, like I said, he's really sensitive to colors and diet and stuff like that, so it's something we're working on. But the fish oil really helps his brain. He's so smart, and he's been doing so good in kindergarten. I'm so proud of him. Lots of people say, oh, he's a boy, he's a boy, boys are busier than girls. You're right, he is a boy, but some of the things, the way he acts, if he has those unhealthy things, that's not just because he's a boy. That's because his body is so sensitive to that stuff. So I added my chocolate chips. It was probably 2/3 of a cup or so, or almost a cup. And it looks really good. So these I ball up in my hands and put them on the pan. So that looks good. I'm going to turn it off and unplug it. And make a little space here. I do have a couple things in my sink that I have to wash by hand, but I'll get to it when I get to it. Also, while you're drinking your coffee, don't forget to hydrate. Water, water, water. My kids come home a lot of times from school and say, I have a headache. I have a headache. Drink some water. Most of the time they're dehydrated. Hydrate. I can always tell when I'm dehydrated because so it's important just to hydrate. So parchment paper, also from Costco. I've had this box, it was a 2-pack, and I never rip it straight, for over a year, and it has lasted for so many cookies, so many brownies. I put it underneath my meatloaf, just to save my pans. This pan is super old as well. As you can tell, it's not pretty. Let's see, I don't want to catch it on fire. Anyway, so I do that, and then typically I will spray my parchment paper, but I'm not going to today because these never stick and they usually get done just right. So I'm going to take all of this stuff off, and yes, I do let my kids lick or eat from the batter. And I'm going to wash my hands real quick while I'm here because I have to ball up the cookies. If you're serving food to others, you should be constantly quiet. Even yourself. And my 15-year-old daughter, Elizabeth, definitely has learned that as well. She is always washing her hands. And she's also a little bit of a germaphobe that she won't open the garbage can with her hands. She uses her toes or ask somebody else to open it for her. Even if I just freshly washed the handle, she still will not touch it. Okay, so let's go ahead and ball up these cookies. It is a little thick today, so hopefully it turns out because they have been so good. And usually it's a little sticky on my hands, so it's kind of a mess, but that's okay. So about, oh goodness, that size is how big we make them. And they usually all can fit on one pan. I put about 4 per row. Sometimes less, sometimes more, depends on how big your cookie is. I do have a cookie scoop, but it's just so much faster to do it this way. I hear my dishwasher. I was like, what was that noise? It's kind of noisy sometimes. My dogs are both sleeping on the couch right now. That's like their favorite place to be, except for at bedtime. They have to sleep at our feet, and sometimes it drives us crazy. But if Lucas is sleeping in his bed, he sleeps with us a lot, but if he's sleeping in his bed, I don't like to close my door because I want to make sure if he cries or if he needs me, or even if my girls need me for anything, that the door is open. All right, so what's your plans today, guys? Doing anything fun? If I end up posting this, please comment and let me know what you're doing today, what you're baking, what's for dinner. So, oh, that reminds me, as soon as I'm done with these cookies, I need to get some ground beef out of the freezer for Lucas's goulash. And I do have all the stuff for that, so that was perfect that he recommended that today because I had no idea what I was going to make. Last night I made just shake and bake chicken, except for it was an Aldi brand. So I don't know if you know this, but Aldi, anything Aldi brand, do not use artificial colors in their ingredients. So, but you really have to be careful if it's not Aldi brand. Like sometimes they still sell like Doritos. So if you didn't know, Doritos have red number 40 in it, which is absolutely horrible for you and your children. So please don't give them that. To each their own, but definitely don't want my kids to have that. But my girls don't like to follow my regimen, so we do the best we can. I recommend stuff for them, but they're old enough to make decisions about that type of stuff. They do sometimes complain about not having a lot of variety, which is not true because I always have at least 10 different type of snacks in our pantry. Oh, that one's a little big. But they're just not their favorite. And I do try to get stuff that they like, but on a healthier level. Like Cheez-Its, they love Cheez-Its, but Cheez-Its have like garbage in them also. So I buy the Aldi brand Cheez-Its because they're a little better. And there's a fly in here. Ugh. I'm so ready for fly season to be over. I swear you could leave the door open for 30 seconds and there's flies in here. Right now, they're not on the food, so don't worry about that. They're just bugging me, probably because they can smell the yummy cookies that are getting ready to bake. Anyway, so Aldi, anything Aldi brand does not have artificial colors in it. But they do still have GMOs, genetically modified organisms. So that's, like I said, a work in progress. We try not to get that type of stuff, but we do eat a lot of, actually typically not me, but like my husband eats cereal every single night. And Lucas likes cereal, and sometimes the girls do as well. So Elizabeth is in the band and she absolutely loves band. She wants to be a musician when she grows up. She wants to go to school to do something in the music industry, and music is pretty much life for her. So she joined the local orchestra. She's only had 2 practices so far, but last night she had practice from 7 to 9. So I swear we are always traveling with these kids, but that's okay because they're happy, and that's what makes me thrive, is having them be happy. Nothing is better in the world than seeing your kids be happy. Anyways, so she joined this orchestra, and she had a really, really good time. She met a band director from another local school, and she helped her out quite a bit because this is a big challenge for her. Lots of difficult music, but she's super excited about it, and they're actually going to have a concert, a Christmas concert. So I'm super excited. I don't know the details. I'm sorry. Otherwise, I'd share it with you guys. But tonight, she has festival in Big Rapids. So we're going to go to that, and thankfully my mom is going to come over and watch Lucas because they don't play till 7 o'clock at night, and Lucas's bedtime is 7:30. So thank you, Mom. I love you. You're amazing. Okay, I might run out of room because these cookies seem really big today, but we're going to try to squeeze them in the best we can. I'm almost done. So anyways, Elizabeth loves band. That's her thing. She really wants to do another type of band as well. It's called the Lions Band of Michigan, if anyone's ever heard of that. It is where they travel, get to do all kinds of awesome experiences. They play, they learn, they practice. But in this summer, they are going to Australia, and she would absolutely love to go to Australia, but it costs between $3,000 and $6,000. So as you know, I definitely can't afford that, but it is something we're still very much highly considering because I know how well that will look on a college application, and because she loves it and it's something she'd really want to do. And I know we could do some fundraising and stuff like that, and we could just hopefully figure it out. So that is definitely something we're considering, but we still would like to know a little bit more details about it, because really, if she's traveling across the country, like, I would want myself or my husband to go with her because that's a long ways and kind of scary. But I know how wonderful it would be for her as well. And she would be with her band instructor, people she knows, stuff like that. So there's a lot of chocolate chips left at the bottom of this. So this is going to be the cookies that have, one of the cookies that has lots of chocolate chips that really isn't the best, because I like the batter part and a little bit less chocolate chip cookies. But we're going to make do with what we have. Again, why I don't use so much chocolate chip cookies or chocolate chips, because they will float to the bottom of the pan. All right, and I think that's good. There's a couple just like little chocolate chips left in here. And this batter really, I'm just going to stick them out in through some of these other ones. Riley is my 13-year-old. She started cheer this year, which makes me so happy because I was a cheerleader. But like I said, anything that makes my kids happy makes me happy. Mostly. And she loves cheer so much. She's really opened up. She's flourished this year. She has good grades. She has a C in math, but you know what? A C is fine. Last year she struggled so much. She had so many difficulties. And this year she's just flourishing, and I'm so happy and so thankful for her. She's such a good kid. All right, so we have 4, 8, 12, 16, 21 cookies. So I'm going to put them in the oven now. I don't know if you can see them, but they look great. They're kind of decent size too. I always put them on the top row. Just a second. I always put them on the top row because I don't want the bottom to get burnt. And these ones take, I gotta put it on my timer real quick. Get my phone to load. Let's see, I'm on video. I hope I remember everything. 9 to 12 minutes. So I think typically, because I make them a little bit bigger, that they are the full 12. So I'm gonna put 12 on the timer. So I may not continue to video for 12 minutes because that's a lot of time with me talking, especially with my computer. If I was able to move around a little bit, then I would. But I will take a picture and try to figure out how to post them to my comments and show you how they look. But they're usually very, very good. Now I'm going to clean my mess up fully. Right now I just put everything over on my table to show you until I can put it away. So it's been super cold and dreary out today, the last couple days, but today's going to be in the 50s, so a little nicer. I had a little bit of a sore throat still this morning, but it wasn't bad at all, and now I'm pretty much feeling back to normal, so I will go back to work tomorrow, and I'm kind of excited to go back because I've been stuck in the house almost 4 days, which there's always something I could do. I have so much to clean. So some other things that I want to do today after I clean up this mess is I want to, don't mind my towel, it's very well loved. I need to do some laundry. I need to clean my bed sheets. I don't really have too much laundry, but just some stuff, little things around the house that I need to do, mostly my bed sheets. I want to vacuum my steps down going to the basement. I don't know why, but I vacuum them often. Not as much as I vacuum the rest of the house. I run my little vacuum, my robot vacuum, at least once a day, usually. Sometimes twice a day because of dogs and kids. And then I also have 2 stick vacuums that I love. I have a Shark stick vacuum, and then I have a Dyson stick vacuum. So I don't know if you watched yesterday's video, but in my storage room I have my Dyson propped up to the wall. And sorry, spam call. So anyways, my Dyson is hooked up to the wall, so I primarily use that downstairs, but it works wonders. It's a Dyson V8 animal stick or something like that. For a while it wasn't working, so that's why we bought the Shark vacuum from Walmart at a really good price. And I'm so glad I bought it because that works good too. Actually, I really need to take it apart and clean it. But anyways, we found out the problem with our Dyson was it just needed new filters. So I just bought some filters from Amazon, some off-brand ones, but they work awesome. And it came in a huge pack for super inexpensive. So I love my Shark, but I do use that one for like cleaning my steps. So I just go up to the top step and I just put it on high and I vacuum all the way down. I did vacuum my basement yesterday after I talked to you guys while Lucas was resting. And then it is a little bit of a mess down there again. I cleaned up all the stuff that I wanted to put on Facebook Marketplace. But when Lucas was feeling up to it, we made a little fort. And I have to clean that up. So I need to do that today. I need to, of course, do my dishes. I'm sure there's lots of other things. I really need to wash my windows. I don't know. There's a really nice trick if you guys have dogs. So if you have dogs or cats who like to stick their nose in the window, a magic eraser takes their nose prints off. So if you just use like regular cleaner, even if it's like window cleaner, which we sometimes use, but we ran out, and I've actually been using Thieves from Young Living, the Thieves cleaner. You mix it in, it's concentrated into their water bottle, and I use that in my windows and it works amazing and there's no streaks. And Thieves is way better than Windex health wise. So I need to wash my windows. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Like I said, this is just for fun, these videos, just to see if I can get enough likes to maybe get a little extra spending money for Christmas. My kids are getting older. Christmas is expensive. And we know that presents is not the real reason for Christmas, but nothing, I shouldn't say this because I said this about something else. Nothing makes you happier than seeing your kids light up on Christmas morning with things that they love. Just a joy in their heart, the love they feel, that excitement, like, it's amazing. And I'm so thankful for that experience every single year. Anyway, so Christmas is big. I've loved Christmas since I was little. My parents made it so special for me. Remember, Christmas apron? And I want to make it special for my kids every single year as well. So just trying to get a little extra money. Also, there's a new winter coat that I want to get. So I'm trying to sell my old one because it's short and I really want a long one, but this winter coat's $160 and right now it's not in our budget. So just trying to figure out ways to supplement my income to try to get things we need around the house. Stuff like that. one thing for sure is like my house payment will always be made. There's nothing more important than my house payment because this is our home. We live here. My kids grow here. We've lived here for 10 years. My dogs live here. It's comfortable. It's happy. It's a safe place. That is our priority, making sure that our kids have a safe, comfortable, warm place to go. And then, of course, groceries. So I try not to skimp on groceries. Like, I shop at Aldi a lot, and I've really been wanting to try out some of the local, like, Amish stores, like the, I don't know what they're called, but some of the, like, discount Amish stores. And I haven't yet, but I really want to try. I do sometimes go to the local Amish store by me and get, like, whole wheat flour, eggs. Sometimes I get my vanilla from there, stuff like that. And my husband loves to go there for sandwiches. Anyways, so that's why I'm doing this video. I hope that you will try this cookie recipe because it is really good. Healthier than regular chocolate chip cookies. And later today, I'm not sure what else I'll do. Oh, besides Elizabeth's band festival, I'm super excited about that. Last year we went and it was frigid cold. It was raining and like 30 degrees, and Lucas went with us. We had a loaner car. Like, it was so cold. So this year it's supposed to be 55 today and no rain. So yay, I'm excited. Hopefully it goes well. I think that's it. This video has gotten pretty long. So my cookies have 5 more minutes. I'll take a picture of them and show them with you guys. If you try the recipe, let me know if you like it. If not, just keep Googling those recipes and see what you like. I will see when I post another video. We'll see how this one goes as well. And I think that's it. Well, I will see you guys soon. Have a good day. God bless you all. And bye-bye. Happy fall.